Hey, and welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're going to take a tool we all use, the humble to-do list, and see how it's getting a major upgrade. I mean, what if instead of all the clicking, you could just talk to it? Let's get into it.
You know the drill, right? You open up your app, hunt for the New Task button, click it, type into a tiny box, hit save, and repeat. It works, sure, but it's pretty mechanical. It's a very point-and-click kind of world.
But imagine you could skip all of that. What if you could manage your tasks just by having a normal conversation? Like you would with a human assistant. That's the huge idea we're diving into today.
So first up, an AI-powered conversation. This is all about making that jump from just typing simple text to the system actually performing smart actions.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. The old way, it's this whole dance of clicks and text fields. The new AI-powered way, you just type one simple, natural sentence. The AI gets what you mean and just does the work for you. It's a massive shift from telling a computer exactly what to do to just collaborating with it.
The secret sauce making this all happen is something called natural language understanding. It's basically the AI's superpower. It can look at a sentence like, add a task to buy groceries, and instantly figure out two things: the action you want, adding a task, and the important details, the groceries.
Okay, so how do we actually get from a simple chat message to a real action being taken? Let's follow a single message as it makes its way through the entire system.
Think of this as a high-tech assembly line. It all starts with you typing in the chat. That message hits the back-end server, which is where the AI, the real brains of the operation, gets to work analyzing it. The AI figures out what you want, picks the perfect tool for that specific job, and tells that tool to get to work. Finally, everything is saved in the database. It's this incredibly smooth flow from conversation to a completed task.
Now, that AI analysis step is absolutely key. And here's the thing. The AI doesn't actually do all the heavy lifting itself. Instead, it has this amazing toolkit of specialized workers behind the curtain.
And this analogy is just perfect. The AI agent is like a really smart project manager. It understands the big picture from what you said. Then it delegates the actual work, adding, listing, or deleting tasks, to a team of highly skilled specialists.
And here's the team. You've got a specific tool for every core function, one for adding tasks, one for listing them, and so on. Each one is an expert in its own little area, just waiting for the manager, the AI agent, to give it a job.
Let's look at a real-world example. A user isn't going to type execute list_tasks with the status parameter set to pending. Of course not. They're just going to ask a simple human question, like, what's pending?
And boom, this is where it all clicks. The agent hears what's pending and translates that human question into a precise technical command. It knows the user wants to see their tasks, so it calls the list tasks tool. And it gets that the word pending is a filter, so it passes that along as a detail. This right here is the bridge from our language to machine action.
Okay, so handling simple commands is one thing, but the real test of any smart system is how it deals with things when they get a little messy, when there's ambiguity. That brings us to our next section, how this is built to be better. This is a fantastic question. Delete the meeting task. It sounds so simple to us, but for a computer, it's a huge headache. Which meeting task? What if you have 3 of them? The system doesn't have a specific ID to go on.
So how the system responds is what really matters. A basic bot, it would just fail. It'd throw an error saying it needs more info. But the AI agent is way smarter. It sees the confusion, so its first move is to get clarity. It uses the list tasks tool to find all the tasks with meeting in the title, shows them to the user, and asks for confirmation before it even thinks about deleting anything. It actually solves the problem instead of just complaining about it.
This kind of smart behavior isn't an accident. It's literally programmed into the agent's core rules. Always double-check before deleting, be polite if something goes wrong, don't baffle the user with technical junk, and the big one? When you're not sure, just ask. These rules are what make it a genuinely helpful assistant.
All right, let's zoom out and take a look at the big picture, all the tech and the smart architectural choices that make this whole system so tough and reliable.
Yeah, this isn't just some clever proof of concept. It's built for the real world. The API is stateless, which means if the server reboots for some reason, you can pick your conversation up right where you left off. It's secure, using modern authentication to make sure your tasks are always for your eyes only. And because conversations are saved, the AI always has context. These are really the hallmarks of a pro-level application.
So what's under the hood? Well, it's mostly a Python and TypeScript show. Python is the big star here, running the entire backend and the AI agent. And TypeScript is handling the user-facing side of things, making it a really modern, full-stack setup.
So as we start to wrap this up, it's really important to get this. What we've just walked through is so much more than a cool new way to manage your shopping list.
It's honestly a blueprint for what the future of software could look like. It shows us a path away from all the rigid menus and buttons and toward a much more natural, collaborative, and conversational way of using technology.
And that leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. As these AI agents get smarter and more woven into everything we use, are we looking at the beginning of the end for traditional interfaces? Are we just going to talk to all our software soon? Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for watching.